And now for a closer look at today's tackle, Delaware Valley Outdoors presents the Tackle Box. For more information about the tackle used on today's show, go to DelawareValleyOutdoors.com.
All right, Mark, we're here with the tackle box section of the show, and some of the baits we have out here we didn't use today, but they're really good baits to use on this portion of the river on the Schuylkill. Tell us about this bait here.
That's just a typical tube lure, and it works real well on the river here. Green pumpkin color. We didn't use it today. I personally didn't use it. I don't know if you did, but it works real well here. It imitates crayfish, and as we saw today when we were walking around, there was a ton of crayfish in this river.
Okay, now this thing hasn't changed in I don't know how many years, but
it's just a Mr. Twister chartreuse with some gold flake in there, and I got a little spinner blade on there, which I really like to use. Had a lot of success on it on this river. Again, I didn't use it today, but it's definitely a go-to for the Schuylkill River.
Yeah, and because we had some rocks and stuff like that, and you can actually see the head got a little binked. You're just bouncing it, just swimming it really back to the boat. Okay, here's a twister tail you like.
Another example of a Mr. Twister, and that's in a green pumpkin color with the black flake in it. Another good color pattern for this river.
Okay, you just took an open hook with a little bit of weight on it, and that's
Yep.
it, a little jig?
Yep.
Oh, here's a little cool bait. What's this one?
That's a sluggo. It's a smaller one, but works real well. It imitates a bait fish, an injured bait fish, and swims just below the surface, and it seems to drive the smallies crazy on this river.
And one thing too, I mean, we don't have too much structure as far as wood out in the main part of the river. Obviously, we got wood along the edges, but this goes through the water real nice, and you can really skip it and really get up under places.
It does a nice job too, because the conditions we were looking at today with the low water, you could throw that in 6-8 inches of water and skip it through there and fish it through, and it works real well.
This got to work out today.
Yeah, it did.
What's this one here now?
That's a Clouser floaty minnow, and it's I got to use the fly rod a little bit today, which I really enjoy, especially for smallmouth fishing. And this fly, I really enjoy. It's top water, and when the smallies attack that fly, they really create some disturbance on the water. It's really exciting to see.
Yeah, they really like that, especially at the rock and stuff like that. You were just letting that thing just drift. You weren't even hardly working it, right?
Now, a lot of times, especially on the rivers, I'll just get that thing out there and just dead drift it. I won't even twitch it on it. Just watch it, mend my line, make sure I'm not creating any drag, and let it float down, and does the work for it. Smallies really like that.
Yeah, I do like the colors on that. Crayfish bait, crayfish lure.
It's a shallow running crayfish pattern crank, and this river is loaded with crayfish, and that creates a lot of action in the water. Dives a couple feet and really does a nice job.
Yeah, especially, like you said, we had low water conditions today, so we weren't really going to throw big baits anyway, and these baits really work well because they almost match the size of the crayfish we have here. And you can really throw this a country mile too, especially on the light tackle that we were using today. Really worked well. Okay, talk about your little favorite bait here.
This one has slowly become my favorite lure of choice out here in the Schuylkill, and it's a Senko worm, plastic worm. I like the color you see there. It's like a root beer color, green pumpkin root beer with some green flake and some black flake in there, and I don't know what it is about it, but the smallies just really like it. You just cast it out, dead drift it, and they slam it pretty hard.
You were Texas rigging this, weren't you today?
Yes.
You don't you wacky style it?
I like to fish it weightless. Right, I like to fish it weightless. You can wacky rig it, which you hook the hook right through the center of the bait, and which creates a lot more action. But I like to Texas rig it because you won't get as many snags, and it does a real nice job.
Well, you caught some fish though. This really did. All right, I got to talk about my bait here.
That was your go-to.
This is my go-to bait. anytime, Schuylkill River, smallmouth, Delaware River, smallmouth, anytime you get a good grouping of smallmouth, like a hard-sided minnow bait, this is a Rapala, works really well. I've always gone to the two colors that are my favorites are the silver and the blackback, or the gold with the blackback. I think they imitate the two best baits. But again, I really enjoyed, they really slammed it.
Yeah,
they really took. Again, you're talking about an injured bait fish just like the sluggo and stuff like that. But this way, I could at least work it on the top because we're getting some top water bites. And then as I moved it, we could get to the other fish down the water column, and it goes about 1-2 feet. And this is about the right size too, because we wanted to match. You get bigger ones too, but you wanted to match the bait we have here. This is an interesting product. We get a lot of stuff sent to us and stuff like that. And we try to use it, and it's a fish-off glove. And what we do with this, it's got Velcro, and you could take this and put it on your cooler, on your side of your kayak, or anything like that. And when you catch a fish, say we had a pike or a catfish or some other things, you just slide your hand in this glove off the Velcro, use it to take the fish, and it won't protect you with as far as hooks going in your hand, but pretty safe with it. And it's got some roughness to it, so you can pick up especially like catfish and stuff like that. Just pick them up, hold it, safe for your hands, get your hook out, and put it back. And then what you do is just slide it back, and this sticks on there. And then every time you need it, you just rip it off and go get it. Now this goes left and right-handed, so you can either one of the two things. This is a really cool vest, Mark. Tell me about this thing.
It's a vest that you can wear. And to store some tackle. If you open up the front pouch there, it's got a lot of room in there. You can stick small lure boxes, fly boxes. And the one thing that's nice about that, besides it looks comfortable, I don't know.
It is. It was I wore it all day long. I was very comfortable.
You can see the orange color, and it's got some reflective tape. And when we're out kayak fishing, you want you want to be visible, and this can really help you when you're out on the water to add to that visibility.
I like
the orange color,
and it's got an opening in the back, so it's vented, so you're not sweating. And then on the back here is a nice big pack that we can put a bottle of water in there, or your lunch, or something like that. But it's very, and it's quite adjustable. So if you're wearing a sweatshirt or whatever you're wearing, you can adjust it to it, and it fits really nice. But I liked it because you can put a little stuff in there and hold it up, and it does have a lot of storage in the front, and you can get right to it. And that's the tackle box. All right. On the crayfish. Nice.
Especially with the crayfish crank, right?
Nice. On that nice crayfish. Nice fish too, Mark. Nice fish. Beautiful.
Nice Schuylkill Smallie.
Yeah, nice Smallie. Hey, I'm Bob Murray. Mark Zimmerman, thanks an awful lot, buddy. Schuylkill River. Go to our website, Delaware Valley Outdoors, for all kinds of information about how to get here and how to fish it. Mark writes a column for us about kayaking. Got any questions? Go to our website and ask Mark about it. Hey, I'm Bob Murray. I'll see you on the water.